Hey, Richard, how's it going? It's Leo. Yeah, good, man. Hey, do you remember you're still coming to the comedy club tonight? Yeah, nice one. Hey, could you do me a favour and just make sure you don't bring Mahmood? That's because last time he was here, he got up on stage. It was an absolute disaster. I had big agents in to see me. He ended up getting more laughs than me when he got his ass out. Yeah, they signed Darius Davies instead. Yeah, they probably do regret that now. Anyway, man, cool. I'll see you later on. Cheerio, bye.
I know. I was there for all of them. 28 acts, too many. Only 2 of them were funny. Anyway, I'm so sorry, sir. I don't think you're going to get a second date. Well, that brings us to the penultimate act in this evening of jolly entertainment. He's from Scotland. He's very tall. I've never heard of him, but I think he's good. Well, I'm hoping he is. So, sorry, let me just check something. Don't look that angry, mate. I'm the one that actually stands there. Fuck's sake. Yes, your final act. Can you please give him a warm round of applause? If you can. Mr. Leo Curse.
Hello.
You might as well, you're here now.
Hello, good evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MGM Live, Las Vegas. Sponsored by Diet Coke, Coca-Cola, Fantarade, and Heinz Soup. Bringing you the undisputed comedy champion of the world, weighing in at 289 pounds and 15 jokes and 28 laughs per minute world title. I want you to give a big Las Vegas round of applause to Mr. Leo Curse.
Hello, good evening.
That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a real treat. The penultimate act is a BAFTA-winning comedian, Oscar nominee, and the new host of Saturday Night Live, and Miss Princess Meghan Markle's favourite comic. I want you to give him a warm round of applause, beginning now. Come on, for Mr. Leo.
All right. Hello, good evening. Hello, my name's Leo. I saw something terrible the other day. Like a woman was thrown out of a cafe for breastfeeding in public. I thought this was terrible. Well, I approve of breastfeeding in public. Do you all approve of breastfeeding in public? Yeah. Fantastic. Get up here. I'm starving. Hello, my name's Leo. Got to tell you, I had a health scare the other day. I woke up with this patch of red, angry skin on my hip, and every day it was getting bigger and bigger and redder and rawer and angry. And I was like, what is this thing? What is this thing? Do I have some sort of serious disease? And I Googled it, and of course you should never Google something like that, because then I got instant confirmation that I had hip cancer and about 20 other things that I don't want to have, like herpes and stuff. And then I was lying in bed about 2 weeks ago, and I was having a wank, and I realised that's where my hand rubs. I don't have skin cancer, I just wanked a groove onto my hip. Hello, my name's Leo, I'm from Scotland. Any Scottish people in?
Yeah.
Nice to see you out spending money, that's progress. I love coming to the city, but man, I get hay fever here, and I hate hay fever. It's the most disgusting of all the ailments. Do you know what hay fever's caused by? It's caused by pollen. Do you know what pollen is? It's plant jizz. Basically, every summer the little flowers come out, and the little dicks come out the middle of the flowers, and they jizz this dry dust up into the air, all goes up, all mingles together, all the different plants jizzes. It's disgusting, like Dumfries swimming pool. And it goes in your eyes, goes in my eyes, goes in little kids' eyes. We're all getting bukkakied by plants. Nothing we can do about it. And some of the plants have made it a bit smarter. They got bees to do the dirty work for them. They leave bee food out for the bee, and the bee flies along, it sees this food, and it's oh, bee food, I'm going to eat some of that. Flies down, starts eating this food. While it's down there, the plant gets its dick out, starts jizzing up the side of the bee's leg, get that jizz up your leg, you bastard. Absolutely disgusting. The bee flies off, completely oblivious to the fact it's been spunked on, sees the fanny flower, the painted whore of the natural world, flies down, starts eating more of this food. While it's down there, the fanny flower gets its fanny out and starts rubbing it up and down the bee's leg, oh, get that jizz up my fanny, you bastard, you dirty bee. Fuck. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. But I go down to the park and wank on one tree to try and make it sneeze. All of a sudden, I'm the bad guy. I got a new laptop the other day. I turned it on and it ate 5 bags of chips and then sang a song about getting dumped. It's Adele. I'm thinking about entering America's Next Top Model. She's really fit. I used to have sex with a greengrocer in exchange for vegetables. She gave me herpes. Marvin Gaye used to keep a sheep in my vineyard. He'd heard it through the grapevine. I went for a pedicure the other day. It didn't work. I'm still attracted to children. I'm joking. My toes are absolutely disgusting, and I'm still attracted to children. Hey everyone, we've got a special... I love coming to the city. You've got beautiful people here. The people in Scotland aren't quite as good looking. When I live in London, I share with an Australian guy, and he said to me when he moved in, he's like, oh, you might tell me about Scotland. What's your biggest export? Because that's exactly what Australians sound like. I fucking nailed that. But he's like, yeah, what's your biggest export? So I told him it's Susan Boyle. He was like, oh yeah, who's Susan Boyle? So I got the laptop out to showed him that clip of the talent show. She comes out on stage and she's kind of dishevelled, sort of like me, slightly more facial hair, but she comes out on stage and she sings with that amazing voice. And this Aussie guy was like, oh my God, how can somebody so ugly sing with the voice of an angel? Whereas in Scotland, she's a bit of a babe. She's sort of like Scotland's Rihanna. I love coming to this city. The food here is amazing because the food in Scotland is absolutely shite. One of the things we do is the deep fried pizza. Don't know if you've seen this thing. Basically, what we do is we get a shitty supermarket pizza. We put cooked chips on it. We fold it in half and seal it, so you've got a sort of chip calzone going on. Then we batter it and deep fry it. And do you know what it's served with? Chips. There's not even a sprig of parsley on this thing. Like, this is a nation just dedicated to self-abuse. Like, they're going to do a series of man versus food in Glasgow, but it was pretty obvious that food would have just fucking killed that guy. Hey everyone, we've got a special guest in the audience tonight. My friend Richard is here. Everybody say hello, Richard.
Hey everyone, hey.
And ladies, Richard's single. Richard, I'm going to try and find you a girlfriend tonight. All the single ladies, make some noise. Sorry, Richard, I tried. Maybe I'm getting older, but I don't understand all the stuff that people complain about these days. Like some of the Me Too stuff, like, I totally get it. Guys like Harvey Weinstein, that guy's an animal. You know what I mean? That guy should be in jail. But some of the other people, like somebody complained that Dustin Hoffman asked her for a blowjob like 20 years ago or whatever, and she felt uncomfortable. And it's terrible that she felt uncomfortable, but that's how we get blowjobs. You've got to be proactive about it. You've got to get out there and start asking the tough questions. You can't just sit at home on your couch waiting for a face to fall on your dick. Like, men have got to do all the like chasing in relationships. We've got to get out there. Like, if women just met us halfway, if like a woman came up to me and was like, "Do you want a blowjob?" I'd be like, "Yeah." Then I wouldn't have to ask anybody for a blowjob. Facebook really annoys me though. Like, my mates on Facebook, one of my mates does Tough Mudder. Do you have Tough Mudder here? It's like this sort of army obstacle course thing that they do at the weekends. And he just does it so he's got all the profile pictures. He's all covered in mud. He's all like, "Yeah, you had to crawl through mud. Had to crawl through mud under barbed wire. You're barbed wire." It's like, it's not dangerous. If it was dangerous, they wouldn't let you do it, you fucking accountant. You're not in the army. You haven't been parachuted behind enemy lines in Syria to do this. You're doing it in Guildford, in a school car park. My other friend on Facebook, I've got two friends on Facebook, basically. My other friend, she just found out she's pregnant, so she's posted pictures of her baby bump. She's all like, "Check out my baby bump, I'm 12 weeks pregnant." But it's like, you're 12 weeks pregnant. That baby's the size of a grape. Like, you don't have a baby bump, you just always looked a bit pregnant. Like, nothing's changed because you pissed on a stick. It's like, what, are your thighs pregnant as well? I'll tell you a bit about myself. I'm tall. I know I'm tall because people tell me every day that I'm tall. I was in Aldi yesterday because comedy's going well. I was in Aldi doing the big shop. I had my German cheese, my German sausages, my German cereal, and a jet ski. I mean, it's Aldi own brand, so it's called a Jot Scoop, but you get the picture. But amazing shop. Like, the whole trolley comes to like £8. Best shop in the world. But I was queuing up, and this girl in front of me sees me, and she's like, "Oh, you're tall." Like I hadn't noticed. You know what I mean? Like I've been walking around all day being like, why is the ground so far away? And then she follows it up with, "Have you always been this tall?" Have I always been this tall? Yeah, I was born this tall. Had to be winched out of my mother's vagina. She thought she was giving birth to a linguine. Like, no, I started off baby size. That's how people work. But when you're tall, people just come up to you all the time. They'll say things like, "Are your parents tall?" As if that's not how genetics works. They'll be like, "You should meet my cousin Billy. He's tall. You'd have something to talk about." He would probably talk about how much of a prick you are. I get this one a lot as well. They're like, "You play basketball." Like, "Dad, play basketball." I don't know if you can tell from my accent, but I'm not from South Central Los Angeles. I'm from Scotland. The only sports we've got in Scotland are ones you can play with a pint in one hand, like a cigarette in the other, try to slide a rock across some ice with your dick. And it's only tall people that get this. Like, you wouldn't go up to another kind of person. Like, you wouldn't go up to a fat person and be like, "Oh, you're fat. Have you always been this fat? Are your parents fat? You should meet my cousin Billy. He is fat as fuck. You play darts." I don't know what's going on with my testicles. They're the weirdest part of the human body, all wrinkled up. Mine look like Gordon Ramsay's forehead. Like if he was a werewolf. And they're constantly moving, constantly doing this weird, slow dance, just gently adjusting, like gently rolling over each other, adjusting for heat or optimal sperm production or something. Like, have you ever sat and watched this? Like, not mine. Like, Richard, have you ever sat and watched your testicles?
Yeah, they just keep moving.
Yeah, this is a wise man who knows the pleasures of looking at your testicles. If you haven't seen this, go to the toilets after the show, have a look at your testicles. If you don't have testicles, don't worry. Just follow Richard. He's going to give a demonstration.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in this nightclub. Well, I hate nightclubs. They're the worst places in the world. I'll tell you the worst thing about nightclubs is the toilets. Like, you go to the toilets in a nightclub, all the trousers now have got button flies on them. It's murder. Instead of just going zip and getting out of there, you got to stand at the urinal with other people's piss soaking into your shoes, doing this, like, spatial awareness puzzle, shoving metal discs through fabric hoops, while somebody's trying to sell you a lollipop over your shoulder, because for some reason they think that a nightclub toilet is a good place for food distribution. Then they try and give you hygiene advice. They're like, wash your finger for the minger. So you can't give me hygiene advice. You work distributing food in a nightclub toilet. You know nothing about hygiene. And like the DJs are worse. Like everybody's like, oh yeah, this DJ's really cool. No, he isn't. You know what a DJ does? I've stood and watched it. You know what a DJ does? Just gets other people's records that other people have made, puts them on a record player and presses play. That's not a talent. That's not a talent. Imagine if I just wheeled out a television with a DVD player and whacked in Billy Connolly's greatest hits and pressed play. I mean, it would be a much better show, but that's not the point.
Right.
Oh,
Wanker!
I think that's the nightclub owner. I went on holiday recently. I went to Thailand, beautiful country, but their toilets are just not up to my needs. Like, 'cause I'm a big guy, I do big jobbies, and there's something about a long-haul flight makes me need a massive shite. I got to Thailand, I was absolutely busting. I went straight to my accommodation. First warning sign, they got a sign on the wall saying, please do not put toilet paper down this toilet. I'm like, if your toilet cannot deal with a couple of sheets of the flimsiest paper known to man, like paper that's designed to disintegrate on contact with water, like, what's going to happen when I do my 5-kilo Dundee cake shite in there? And I found out, I did this massive shite. You know when a shite's so big, you're not sure if you're having the shite or the shite's having you? Like, it was like a snake shedding its skin, like a hermit crab leaving to find a bigger shell. And it came out in a oneer, like one of those core sample ones with individual layers corresponding to previous meals, like Cocoa Pops, deep-fried pizza. It was amazing. I've got a photo of my phone, I'll show you after. But it came out in a oneer and wedged above the waterline. And I was like, what am I going to do with this thing? Because they didn't have a flush in the toilet. Instead of a flush, they had a basin with a cup in it. And the idea is that you cup water into the pan to get rid of what's in the pan. It's like, rather optimistically, I start cupping water onto this shite. Like, never mind flushing it. This water was evaporating before it reached the bottom of the shite. I wasn't flushing this shite. I was just basting it. Just filling the hut with this brown fog. So you know what I did to deal with it? I just moved out. It's only paying like $4 a night. You should imagine some Thai guy had to come along and chop it up with a coat hanger, but none my problem. All right. You gotta watch what you say these days. Like, people get so offended. I was doing this show in America last year, and I did like a little joke about, you know, a fat person or whatever, and somebody in the audience thought I was being mean to fat people. And I was, but they thought I was being mean to fat people, and they got really angry about it, and they went away and they blogged about it on the internet with their pudgy little fingers. And then I was doing this show in London, and I'm not joking, because of this blog, fat activists turned up to demonstrate against my show. I'm not joking, halfway through the show, these fat activists stood up, kind of slowly, and they were like, we are fat activists. And I had to agree with them. They were fat as fuck activists. I mean, that's got to be a tough job, by the way, being a fat activist, because if you get too active, you might stop being so fucking fat. But I managed to get away by walking up a flight of stairs. And they just stayed at the bottom. They were like, there's a vending machine here. We'll leave it. So I had sex the other night. I mean, I say it was the other night. It was about 4 months ago, but the important thing is I had sex. Like, I met up with this lassie, and by the way, I'm Scottish, so when I say lassie, I don't mean a crime-fighting dog. Like, this was a genuine woman. I know I'm from rural Scotland. I don't do any animal. It is just sheep, and maybe one day I'd like to have a go on a koala bear. But Anyway, I met up with this lassie, and she was smart, she was funny, she was beautiful. I was like, this girl's amazing. And then we went for some drinks, and then she says to me, should we go back to yours? And I was like, fucking brilliant, this is on. Then I wished I'd said it a little bit quieter. Like, it was totally on. You know when it's on, you pull out all the stops. I was pulling out all the stops. I even paid for an Uber back to mine. Like, you gotta pay for an Uber back in that situation. You cannot take a girl home on 3 night buses. Like, nothing dries up a vagina faster than 3 night buses home. Those night buses have got fans at knee height just blowing Saharan air up towards the vaginal area, just gumming it shut. Like, pay for the Uber. Best £3 I've spent since I was in Aldi. But anyway, we've got in, I'm still pulling out the stops. I've got Luther Vandross in the stereo, making it nice and sexy. I've lit a scented candle with a curtain billowing over it, because nothing turns a girl on more than the risk of a fragrant house fire. Like when she's in the bathroom, I've changed the duvet cover so it doesn't stick to your face. You know, I'm making an effort here. Like, we're getting down to it. I'm trying to do my best. I'm trying to maintain a boner and not sweating her mouth too much. And I thought, I'm going to try talking dirty. Turns out you can't talk dirty in this accent. It just sounds like somebody trying to buy a sausage roll. Then she started talking dirty back to me. She's all like, oh, harder, deeper, faster. I was like, harder, deeper, faster? That's the last thing I want to hear when I'm shagging. Like, faster. Faster, I'm 40 years old. I'm already going as fast as I can. I feel like I'm going to have a stroke here. I want to tap out, bring Richard in, let him help finish the job. She's like, harder, harder, as if I've made a conscious decision to only let 60% of the blood into my boner. I've had 8 pints of beer. How hard do you think I can make this thing? She's like, deeper, deeper, as if I'm stopping an inch off. I'm not holding back. That's the full length of my dick you're getting there. I'm absolutely certain I could not jam that thing in any further. Do you know what I mean? Like basically what she's telling me is I've got a tiny, insignificant, manky dick, and I don't know what I'm doing with it. Like, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear more reassuring stuff. I want to hear stuff like, not so deep. Not so hard. Oh, you're pulverising my tonsils, your massive love truncheon. I don't say the same sort of stuff back to women. I'm not there pumping away going like, be 5 years younger. Could you lose a few pounds?
Wetter.
Huh?
Wetter. As well.
Wetter, yeah. Yeah. Yet nothing's harder than trying to make women come. Like, the female orgasm is the hardest thing to achieve in the world. Like, my ex-girlfriend, we used to be in bed. Like, me coming, I'm so quick. I'm so quick. I'm precision engineered in Germany or something. I'm like the Google search engine. Like, yeah, I did about 2.5 teaspoons of semen in 0.0016 seconds. Like, my ex-girlfriend would be lying in bed and she'd be like, make me come, give me an orgasm. Like, I've got no idea why she sounds like a Scottish man, but she'd like make me come, and it was like the internet download bar. Like, it's going to be 30 minutes, it's going to be 10 minutes, it's going to be 1 minute, it's going to be 30 seconds, it's going to be 5 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 seconds. It's going to be 30 minutes. Yeah, I love watching football. I walked past this pub that was showing the World Cup final, and it had a sign outside saying 22 men, 1 cup. I thought, that sequel's got a bigger production value. I also like watching women's weightlifting in the Olympics, because I love to see a good clean snatch. I love to see a good clean snatch and jerk. Am I right, guys? All right, party time. I saw the German Chancellor the other day. She had a triangular pubic wig. It was an angular merkin. Then I saw the Israeli Prime Minister. He said, Leo, you can't email me. I'm not on Hotmail. I was like, Ben, do you mean not on Yahoo? Man, if you like jokes about the Middle East, oh man, you ain't seen nothing yet. Just Kuwait. Yeah, man. You know, in Iran, everybody's scared of spiders, but in Iraq, no phobia. I went to the Middle East recently to get a suntan, but I came out of my hotel, I was like, rain. I thought it was going to be Sunni, but the weather was Shiite. I had Dubai and umbrella. I've got nothing against Islamic fundamentalists. I just don't like it when they ram it down my throat. Yeah, it's nice talking to you. I hope you all get home safe. Cheerio, bye.
Yeah. Leo Curse, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, come on, I know he's a bit of a minger, but he did all right. Leo Curse, ladies and gentlemen. Well done, Leo.
Oh, you did pretty well. Not the best ending, but not the worst either, so pretty good.
Basically, room for improvement.
Leo Curse, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, what a performance, amazing. No wonder he turned down Mock the Wheaton live at the Apollo. I tell you, I bet Louis C.K.'s glad he's no longer doing comedy, because that is the future. One more time. Thank you.
Well done. You got the very best possible ending and chose all the right options. Congratulations.
Leo Curse. Well, I knew he was going to be bad. I didn't know he was going to be shit. Do not worry, we will not be asking him back again. We will not be paying him. And if anybody wants to give him a slap, he will be in the car park in 5 minutes. Leo Curse. Sorry. Honestly, I'm really sorry.
So yeah, you chose a bunch of the shit jokes and got the worst ending, so yeah, well done.
Yeah, those jokes really weren't very funny.